You're going to ask questions about Luke and Scott. Luke wants to do something.
Luke wants to do something. What does Luke want to do?
What does Luke want to do? Well, he wants to meet with Scott.
Well, he wants to meet with
Does
Scott.
he want to meet with Scott?
Does he want to meet with
Yes,
Scott?
he wants to meet with Scott.
Yes, he wants to meet with Scott. Why does he want to meet
Why
with
does he
Scott?
want to meet with Scott? Well, he wants to meet with Scott to discuss ways to reduce expenses for their company.
Well, he wants to meet with Scott to discuss the ways to reduce expenses for their company.
Luke thinks the meeting will be quite long.
Luke thinks the meeting will be quite long. Does Luke think the meeting will be quite long?
Does Luke think the meeting will be quite long?
Does Luke think
Yes,
the meeting will be
he
quite
thinks
long?
the meeting will be quite long.
Yes, Luke thinks the meeting will be quite long. How long does he think the meeting will be?
How long does he think the meeting will be? Well, he thinks the meeting will be about 3 hours.
Well, he thinks the meeting will be about 3 hours.
Scott doesn't have time for meeting this week.
Scott doesn't have time for meeting this week. Does Scott have a time
Does
for
Scott
meeting
have
this week?
time for meeting this week? No, he doesn't have time for meeting this week.
No, he doesn't have time for meeting this week. Why doesn't he have time for meeting
Why
this
does
week?
he have time for meeting this week? Well, it's because he just got back to work after being sick for a few days, so he has a lot of tasks to complete.
Well, it's because he has just got back after being sick for a few days. So so he has a lot of tasks to complete.
The meeting between Luke and Scott won't take place this week.
The meeting between Luke and Scott won't take place this week. Will the meeting
between Luke and Scott take place this week? No, it won't. Scott is very busy this week, so the meeting will take place later.
No, it won't. The meeting
When will the meeting take
between Luke and Scott won't take place this week because he won't be in the office, because Scott won't be in the office.
place? Well, the meeting will take place.
When will the meeting take place?
When will the meeting take place?
When will the meeting take place?
The meeting will take place next week.
Well, the meeting take place next week.
The meeting will take place next week instead of this week.
Well, the meeting will take place next week. The meeting will take place next week instead of this week. Will the meeting take place next week instead of this week?
Will the meeting take place next week instead of this week? Yes, that's correct. The meeting will take place next week instead of this week.
Why will the meeting take place next week instead
Why will the meeting take place next week instead of this week? Well, it's because Scott is very busy this week.
Well, it's because Scott is very busy this week.
Luke will be in the office on Monday.
Luke will be in the office on Monday. Will Luke be in the
Will Luke
office on
be in
Monday?
the office on Monday?
Will Luke
Yes,
be in the
Luke will
office
be
on
in the
Monday?
office on Monday.
Yes, Luke will be in the office on
Scott will be
Monday.
in the office on Monday.
Scott would be in the office on Monday. Will Scott be
Will
in the
Scott
office on
in the
Monday?
office on Monday? No, Scott won't be in the office on Monday.
No, Scott would be in the office on Monday. Why would Scott be in the office on Monday?
Why won't Scott be in the office on Monday? Well, Scott won't be in the office that day because he'll be on vacation.
Well, Scott
Somebody
would
won't
be
be
in the
absent
office
from work
that
on
day
Monday.
because he'll be on vacation. Who
Who
will be
won't be
absent from work
absent
on
from work
Monday?
on Monday? Well, it's Scott.
Well,
Scott
it's
will
Scott.
be absent from
Scott
work
will
on
be
Monday.
absent from work on Monday.
They cannot set up their meeting on Monday.
They cannot set up their meeting on Monday.
Can they set up their meeting on Monday?
Can they set up their meeting on Monday?
Unfortunately, no. They can't set up their meeting on Monday.
No. They can't set up their meeting on Monday. Unfortunately,
Why
no.
can't they set up their meeting on Monday?
Why can't
Well,
they set up their
they
meeting on
can't
Monday?
do it because Scott won't be in the office.
Well, they can't do it because
Somebody
Scott
will
won't
be
be
on
in the
vacation
office.
next week.
Somebody will be on vacation next week.
Who will be on vacation next week?
Who will be on
Well,
vacation next week?
it's Scott. Scott
It's
will be on vacation next week.
Scott will be on vacation next week.
He won't be on vacation for 10 days.
He won't be on vacation. He won't be on vacation.
Will he be on vacation for 10 days?
Will he be on vacation?
No, he won't be on vacation for that long.
No,
He'll be on vacation for just a few days.
He'll be on vacation for just a few days. For just a few days.
How many days will he be on vacation?
How many days
will he be on vacation for 3 days.
Well, he'll be on vacation for
He won't be back on Wednesday.
He won't be back on Wednesday. Will he be
will
back,
he be
on,
back
Wednesday?
on Wednesday?
Will he be
no,
back on
he
Wednesday?
won't be back on Wednesday.
No,
He'll be back later.
He'll be back later. When will he be back?
When will he be back? Well, he'll be back on Thursday.
Well, he'll be back on Thursday.
Luke won't be in the office on Thursday.
Luke won't be in the office on Thursday.
Will Luke be in the office on Thursday?
Will Luke be in the
No,
office on
he
Thursday?
won't be in the office that day.
No,
he'll be somewhere else.
No, Luke won't be
Where
in
will
the
he
office
be?
that day.
Well, he will be at the hospital.
Where will he be? Well, he'll be at the hospital.
Why will he be at the hospital?
Why will he be at
he'll be on the hospital because he has an appointment with his doctor.
Well,
they can't set up their meeting on Thursday.
Well, he won't be in the office because he has a doctor's appointment that day.
Can't they set up? Why will he be at the hospital?
Why will he be
he'll be on the hospital because he has an appointment with his doctor.
Well, he'll be at the hospital
they can't set up their meeting on Thursday.
That day.
Can't they set up their meeting on Thursday? Hospital. Well, he'll be on the hospital because he has an appointment with his doctor.
Because
they can't.
Well, he'll be at the hospital because he has a doctor's appointment with his doctor.
Set up their meeting on Thursday.
They can set up their meeting on Thursday. Can they set up their meeting on Thursday?
Can they set up their meeting on Thursday? No, they can't set up their meeting on Thursday.
No, they can't set up their meeting on Thursday. Why can't they set up their meeting on Thursday?
Why can't they set up their meeting on Thursday? Well, they can't do it because one of them has a doctor's appointment that day.
Well, they can't set up their meeting on. They can't set up their meeting that day because one of them has a doctor's appointment that day.
Who has a doctor's appointment that day?
Who has a doctor's
Well,
appointment that
it's
day?
Luke.
Well,
Luke
it's
has a
Luke.
doctor's appointment that day.
Luke has a doctor's appointment that day.
Both Luke and Scott will be in the office on Friday.
But Luke and Scott will be in the office on Friday. Will both Luke and Scott will be in
Will
the
both
office on
Luke
Monday?
and Scott be in the office
Will Luke and Scott be in the office on Friday?
on Friday? Yes, that's
Yes,
correct.
that's correct.
Both
Both
Luke and Scott will be in the
office
office on Friday. They can set up their meeting on Friday.
They can set up their meeting on Friday. Can they set up their meeting on Friday?
Can they set up their meeting on Friday?
Yes,
Yes,
that's correct.
they can set up their
They can
meeting
set
on
up their meeting
Friday
on
because
Friday.
both of them will be in the
Because
office.
both of them
They
will
can't
be
set
in the
up their
office.
meeting on Thursday.
They can set up their meeting on Thursday. Can they set up the meeting on Thursday?
Can they set up their meeting on Thursday? No, they can't set up their meeting on Thursday.
No, they
But
can't set
that's
up their
okay.
meeting on Thursday.
They can set up their meeting later.
But that's okay. They can set up their meeting later.
When can they set up their meeting?
When
Well,
can they set
they
up the
can
meeting?
set up their meeting on Friday.
Well, they can set up the meeting on Friday.